Hello everyone, in the previous tutorial we have seen about the title and abstract of a document. Now we will see about the organization of a document, how it was organized nicely. It was organized in these many levels: part, chapter, next section, and next subsection, and another subsection also you can create next to this, and paragraph and subparagraph. Actually, book and report will be used the arguments of chapter and section for running headings. If you use table of contents, chapter heading and section headings will be taken to the table of contents, whereas for the article, section and subsection headings will be taken into the table of contents. To say, chapter was the main thing in the report and book, whereas section is the main in the article. As chapters are not allowed in the article because it throws an error if we use chapters in the article. We will explore those next. And book and report will number floats, equations and footnotes per chapter, while article will number them continuously. If you use actually there will be a numbering for figures, tables and equations that we will see in the upcoming tutorials. That numbering will be happen continuously in an article, whereas in book and report numbering will be starting newly for every chapter. So that's the meaning of this point. You will understand this when you work with that, so don't confuse. And next, this is the main thing. These are the types. Now we will see with that. This is the title and abstract we have seen previously. Let's after abstract, let's create a chapter. Chapter introduction. Later that create a section. Create a section. Let the section name be what is latex. What is latex? Let's try to compile this. See, you have an error here under control sequence of chapter. As I said in the article, chapter will not be considered. So let's hide this as a comment. We will see in a report, that is, if you use percentage symbol before any line, means that line will be considered as a comment and it will not be executed. So that's the use of using percentage symbol in between before any line. So after latex, let's give the text. I have saved some text for this purpose because it's tough to make the text every time, right? Let's copy some text from here. We can use some meaningless text, but it always creates confusion to a new learner, so that's why I was using some meaningful text only. Yeah, you can see what is latex, and it was the section created in the article, and next to that the matter was printed. And you can start with the subsection. Let's create a subsection. And that let's say typesetting. Let's build this. You can see 1 is the section and subsections will be numbered as 1.1, 1.2 like that, and this side also these were used. By clicking on this, it will wherever you are in the document, if you see we are in here in the end document line, if you by using this side sections, by clicking on that, it will just redirect us to where to that section. When we prepared a large document, this feature will be useful. As we didn't did much, that was not useful now because we can see easily. Now let's keep some text in typesetting too. See, that's how for every section. And next we will see subsection. And that we will scientific document. Let's use the same text. See, scientific document is also created as 1.1.1 subsection. Again, third value was added for heading. Let's create table of contents. You will be clear with that then. After the abstract and before the starting sections, just make a command. Table of contents command was added. So let's run this. Let's run again. Yeah, table of contents were added. You can see here first section what is latex, and next 1.1 subsection and subsection headings are also got added here, and all are in the page number 1 only. Actually, in article there won't be a separate content page for contents, so it was printing next to abstract and next to the and after next to the contents the entire document was printing. It was looking somewhat odd, right? So to overcome that, we can just use command new page, before and after table of contents. That makes everything in starts with the fresh page. Just see that. Yeah, you can see title, abstract and contents in the another page, and next the document was started. Let's now try with this. Make the chapter name, and now make this report and try to run. Now you can see. Let's try to run again. You can see chapter 1 introduction was created. The heading chapter 1 and next chapter name heading was created, and then again these are started. And content with the table of contents, there is no difference. Sections, subsections, subsections will be considered here. The introduction chapter name is added as the first point here, and then next section is added as the second thing here, and then subsection added as the third thing, and there is no place for subsection scientific document in report, because the contents will be taken from the chapter. You have seen here, as I said, book and report will use arguments of chapter and section for running headings, whereas article use section and subsection. That's the reason here we got chapter here, and there is no subsection in article. That's why we didn't got scientific document of subsection heading in the table of contents. Let's go again back to the article. I'm sorry, we have an error. We should remove this. you should remove this and just start. Now you can see what is latex. It became the main heading, then typesetting, and subsection scientific document also got added. That is how you should use section and subsections in article and report. You have seen how it was different in both the documents also with respect to organization of the document. Let's start with we have seen section and subsection, subsection, right? We will see what is subsection star, like that something. So after the subsection, let's create that subsection star with the star. Let's say typesetting 2. Let's try to run this. You can see now typesetting 2, another section. It was created here, but it was created here to direct us from one place to another place, but whereas there was no numbering for this. If you clearly see 1.1 for typesetting and 1.1 for the next subsection, but there is no numbering for this subsection star. You can see this, right? To make this clear to you, let's start with another section. Let's create a section. Document, something like that. Just see, another section was created, and scientific document now became 2.0.1 because that it was subsection after a section. So remove a sub here. Now just try to see now. Yeah, it was got updated. See, what's the use of this section star is it will be added here in the list, but here it will be not numbered with this table of contents, so this will miss in the table of contents. Now you can see this subsection typesetting will be in the table of contents, but this typesetting 2 of subsection will not be in the table of contents. See, you can notice here the difference. That is what the difference between this. And next, documentation and scientific document. If sometimes what you want to get output was not still updated, you can just click multiple times run, so it will be updated. Don't think that there was a mistake in the code. As the typesetting happens everywhere, it takes some little time, so just try to run again. If the desired output was not came, don't try to change the code before trying running again. That's it. You have seen section star also. What's the use of this now? Star, same case, you can also use star for the subsections also. That also will be created, and for the section also. And next, you have seen chapter, section and subsection, right? You will see paragraph and subparagraph in the next tutorial, and the part. Let's see part also. We will be clear with that. Then there is no place for chapter only in article, then how we can create part? So let's create a report. Now make an part here, chapter introduction. Before that, make a part. Part 1 with the name part 1. Let's run this. See, after table of contents, part 1 is came. So try to let's change this. introduction part. Yeah, after table of contents part 1 introduction part was added, then chapter 1 introduction was started. Again you can create another part. Let's try to create another part after this document. Part examples, and try to keep something from this in the second also for tutorial purpose. Just run this now. You can see after part 1, after completion of this, again it went to automatically, it was started in the new page, and then this documentation was added as first section in this part. Again the numbering will be starts with part 1 and part 2. And you can notice that table of contents was not added here. For this part only it was showing. Let's try to run this again. Let's see it will update or not. Yeah, as I said, right, don't try to change the code, just try to run again. It was, as it was not updated, again now I tried and it was updated. And this was the first part and this was the second part. That's it. You are now clear with part, section, subsection and subsections, and what is the use of using star next to the section and subsections also. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you. In the next tutorial we will see about paragraphs and subparagraphs and indentation. Thank you.